Okay. Administrative report.
All right, first I have the closing some bank accounts, and it's just some that CDBG EDA grant that's being closed out. We can close that account, we'll no longer need that. And then also, since we have redone the construction loans for the jail and judicial complex, we'll no longer need that 2021 GO construction loan account. So I'm just requesting that we close those accounts, and we can, I don't think I have anything that needs to be voted on tonight. I think all of my items can roll forward to current business for the next meeting. The next item would be the lock key abatement request. We don't have anything on that yet. Adam Carson had reached out and said that he is going to be needing to come to a commission meeting, but he doesn't have all the paperwork yet. And I explained to him that we are trying to move away from suspending the rules, so as soon as he can get the information to us, to get it to us, so that I can get it out to y'all. But he wanted to go ahead and just get that added. He'll try to come to the next meeting or the first meeting in July, just depending on when they get all their paperwork signed. For presentation for another abatement request for Lockheed. Item number 3, we received a retail beer off-premises application from Dale's Place LLC. This is going to be in District 4. I know Commissioner Copeland is here tonight, that he is aware of it. I did let him know about it, and this is something we'll have to hold for 30 days while they're getting their advertising and all done, so there'll be no action. It'll roll down until we receive the rest of their information. The next item is the Certified County Administrator designation. I finally finished my last class, so I've done all the classes. I've completed my at least 3 years minimum as the county administrator, and so this will be to actually have me designated as a Certified County Administrator.
Congratulations. Thank you.
So it's gone by a lot faster than, I didn't realize it had been 4 years, and 4 years is now. It doesn't seem like that long. So that information's in there. It doesn't have to be turned in until I think in July, so there's no action needed on that tonight. The next item is electronic meeting. There's a new act that was passed, Act 2022-421, in the legislature this year. I sent you all an email that had a separate information on this electronic meeting. They talked about it at the administrators conference that Jordan and I went to a few weeks ago. But it is something that I wanted y'all to be aware of to see if we wanted to move forward on it. I think it's very specific on allowing any kind of electronic meeting. I think it's something that came up after COVID, but pretty much the only reason you could do it once you approve it and do a resolution stuff would be if one of you were sick. Like it can't be for any other reason, like Commissioner Copeland had to be out of town for a meeting today, that does not qualify for him being able to have an electronic meeting. However you choose for that to be. I mean, there's all kind of options from just a telephone call. I think you could do FaceTime. I mean, there's just a lot. You just have to decide what kind of electronic meeting you want to allow and follow the steps that are laid out in the Act. If you so choose to do it, I just was trying to get that information out so that we could take a look at it and see if it's something that we want to consider passing a resolution policy for the commission to do if we were to ever need to do that. The next item, Dhr Board Appointment. Ms. Pamela Woods is coming up for her term is ending. She has reached out and said that she would like to continue to serve on that board. And also, I have reached out to Ms. Patty Parker-Faircloth and made sure that our records were correct on that her term was ending. And she said yes, and that she did enjoy working with Ms. Pamela. So that would be someone, I think she's talked to Commissioner White, maybe she lives in your district, and requested that she stay on that board. So that doesn't need to happen. We can wait to do that at the next meeting. Her term doesn't end until after the next commission meeting. This item is not on your list, but I wanted to go ahead and let you know about it. I believe that we've got a paper laid out in front of you. It's the list of insolvents, heirs, and taxes and litigation. Something we need to do annually. It needs to be approved, and we'll send that back over to Mr. Curtis Blair, the Revenue Commissioner. And that doesn't have to be done until the 1st of July or something. What date is that? I know you told me.
End of June.
End of June, so it can be done at that second meeting in June, and we can get that over there to them. To get that taken care of. Also, item number 8, that you have a letter in front of you. The sheriff has requested one of his jailers to be moved from a jailer 1 to a jailer 2, and this does fit within our personnel policy. So that's just a request, we can vote on that at the next commission meeting also.
Okay.
Under current business, unless y'all have any questions about new business. Under current business, I have number 5, the retail beer off-premises only application for Out of Town or Country Store LLC District 4. It's up in the Inman community. I don't think, we've got all the paperwork that we need, the affidavit and everything. I've not heard any concerns. Commissioner Copeland had not had anybody reach out to him for concerns, so this is something.
He's asked me to make a
So he's ready, to do that. So that can be voted on tonight.
Good.
Of course, we had the personnel for the Revenue Commissioner's Office that Mary Alice has already talked to y'all about. And that does, just so you know, we did take a look at it, that does fall within the personnel policy. You know, it's a new step that we're doing for any kind of changes or approval from the commissioners to make sure it comes through our office for approval, that it falls within the scope of the plan, the policy, of where it comes to you all, just to make sure we're on the right page and don't be any surprises up here at the table on that. And that does fall into the policy. The next item is the retiree cost of living adjustment. We have taken a look at it, I think Jordan mentioned to y'all at the last meeting, and I would recommend, I think she told y'all, just do a one-time payment. And then we could do that, we could do it either out of general fund or road and bridge, whichever you want to. Either one will be fine to pay for it out of. In the past, that's usually what we do, is just go ahead and pay it all at one time, and we've got funds that we can do that.
Okay.
It won't be a problem.
I'm gonna recommend the general fund because it's got the largest amount. So,
And that's
if
fine.
I can see everybody.
That'd be fine. And then item number 9 is the Mims Creek project. I believe he's talked to Commissioner Pearson about that.
I can do that one. I worked on that one for you.
Yeah, and that is where we had originally planned on helping with the FEMA money, which we weren't able to use, but we had agreed to help Brundage the amount of $20,592.25. And just so you know, that is what we would be asking to help with that, to be a match on that. That is all I have.
Okay. Question? You got a question?
I'm just concerned about Williams Creek out. Where's it located?
It's behind the high school,
Huh?
behind Pike High School.
Okay.
Anything else? Anybody else? Go ahead.
Mackenzie, do you, I don't like us sitting and don't know how much conversation you had with Brandon and the water department, but I know since the last meeting, kind of email sent out that the water authority got that USDA grant / loan to replace the water tank and the well up in Orion that's caused a lot of problems up there. Have you had any communication with them about getting that, their plans on getting that project kicked off?
No, I have not heard anything from them.
I would, with y'all's permission, I'd like to see if Mackenzie would reach out to Randy, kind of just get us, as a general commission, an update on where they are with that. I know there was, that was one of the things when you and Chad and I met twice in the committee about looking at the ARPA funds, was trying to, and then, naturally, that changed, but I know there's been a comment made due, one, to the time it took to try to get the grant and the USDA loan, and 2, just the overall cost of inflation. There was a comment made that, even though we got this, we may not be able to afford to do it. And if that is the case, then I'd like us all to circle the wagons back up like we had done with the ARPA, because I know that's in Commissioner Wright's district, but I know that's created a lot of issues and had the potential to.
So what's going on?
The well in Orion was not functioning properly. And I'm talking about the water tank.
Yeah.
And Chase Cobb had helped them get a USDA loan / grant to try to fix it. And there was some that was water projects was something the ARPA money allowed us to invest in the community. And what I was asking McKinsey, a comment had been made that the funds they were given may not cover the project now because of inflation. But I know it has created enough problems up there. If that is so, I would like us to circle the wagons up with them and try to help make sure that gets fixed, because that was a problem with Rex, it was a problem with the Pike Company, it was a fear of its current expansion at Lockheed, it being a problem.
That, way back, they was having water, because they was having a problem with Lockheed Martin. And they was wanting to go so strange high up to Lockheed Martin, pay the money for the well to be drilled. They, you know, they were coming in the area, in order to get the amount of water they needed, they went out and paid for it, and then kind of water started wanted to go, my God, I don't know how much, on them, and that, it really is that well, because, you know, we're hooked up to the county. But, I think we need to look into that, find out definitely for school. Because
And we know they've been approved, and I'm not trying to meddle in their business, but we're gonna be getting the calls too, as a group, if, you know, I mean, there's some fire hazards up there because of that, there's the constituency that lives up there, there's several $100 million of investment being made, you know, that's very important.
Yeah, I will reach out to Brandy tomorrow and see if they can let us know where they are. And
And just ask them to keep us in the loop, and if there's something we need to have more talks about, we need to all be in the loop.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll sure do it. Thank you.
Anybody else? Thank you, ma'am. Anything else need to come before the commission at this time? Pike County Commission?
before we go, since we own water, we got several folks that's complaining about these small fires that one of those would be even easy, you know, making them bigger for a heavy truck to hook up to it. I remember a house back over in your district that caught a fire, and they had to come all the way back to 229 to get water to go back a little bit, which is wasting time in the house, but to it up. But see, out in the county now, we got so many million dollars on new houses built and a 4-inch water pipe or whatever, with, you know, the insurance is sky high. And you can run on Graves Road, 6 o'clock in the morning, everybody on Graves Road could take a shower because it wasn't enough water going through there. And Floyd brothers when it added the bigger pipes and everything, and that nobody had no problems over there. You see, in the county now, everybody building houses in the county, and now the water system is just a piece of crap for us. I'm concerned is how people don't put all their money in it and then don't have that much fire protection we got.
We can address that with them too.
Huh?
We can address that with them as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commissioner Wright, I had to, put my own water hydrant in at my business because there was not one leak. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Pike County Commission work session will now come to a close. We reconvene for the regular meeting at 6 p.m.
Yeah.